Jax, check this out. My wife sent me a text. Is there a show that you haven't shown your ass on? Maybe that should be a super quiz question.
You obviously have a good ass then.
Actually, Pretty Little Liars. That's one that I didn't. That would be inappropriate, wouldn't it?
What, to show your ass on
Pretty Little Liars? Yes, it would be. That's right. I've given it away now.
Guys,
Yep.
we're live.
Oh, Jax, we're live.
Okay. Hi. Welcome to Wentworth Facebook Soho Live.
Facebook Live.
Facebook, that. I'm Jackie Brennan and I play Officer Linda Miles, also known as Smiles.
And Smile. And Linda's a real hoot. That was one of my lines. I'm Bernard Curry and I play Jake Stewart. We're both screws.
Yes, we are.
Welcome. We hope you enjoyed tonight's episode.
It was a bit of a cracker, wasn't it?
Didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Hot stuff going on.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of hot stuff and
Yeah.
a lot of not good stuff. But
I like the Bee and Ali stuff. That's nice.
the being stuff. Do you mean the lesbian action?
Just
Yeah.
saying, it's a love
Bernie?
story. It's a love story.
It is a love
You don't
story.
have
It's
to
quite
say
beautiful.
whether it's
But we can
one
use the
persuasion or
word.
the other. It's a love story.
It is a love story.
And I liked it.
And I like them together. I like Bally. I think they're
Bally.
Bally. Hashtag
Hashtag Bally.
Bally. No, I think it's quite useful.
Mm.
Well, we have loads and loads of love coming in for you guys right now,
Mm-hmm.
and let's talk. Let's so people don't keep posting the same question over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wants to know: is B dead? Is B dead?
I hope not.
What do you think?
I really, really hope not. Linda hopes not. I hope not.
Jake certainly hopes not, and I hope not too. You know, because she's a wonderful character. But you know, if you watch things like Game of Thrones, it's you know, you just never know who's going to get topped in these things, and it's.
Spoiler. Still got 2 series to go.
Oh, sorry about that.
Really?
I didn't mention any names and
Spoiled
characters.
it.
No. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know, and it's.
No, we do obviously, but we're not. We can't say. But we really, really hope not.
Yeah, you don't want us to say. You don't want us to tell you whether she dies or not. Come on.
Jake,
Yes.
Bernie.
This is Kelly, by the way, everyone.
Hi.
It's
She's
Kelly.
our screw.
Prisoner. She's our prisoner. We've captured her.
Oh yeah.
Holding her
Yeah.
prisoner.
And she's just asking us the questions. It's
Yes,
kind of the other way around.
because we're very
I'm interrogating you both.
Mm-hmm.
Rianne would like to know.
Hi, Rianne.
Hi, Rianne.
Jake, you're going to be evil, aren't you? Cranky face.
Cranky crash. Jake, you're going to be evil, aren't you? Well, you know, look, I don't know. Look, I will say this. Jake is a nice guy. He is a nice guy. Whether or not he makes questionable decisions is another thing. And, you know, I think deep down he is a nice guy. And, you know, I don't think he's evil. I don't think
anybody who even is evil ever thinks they're evil. Do they? They always think I'm a really good person.
In fact, that's a really deep and salient point because I firmly believe that, and I believe that evil itself, in the way that people think evil exists, I don't think it does exist because anyone, even like a serial killer, and they're doing it.
Oh, is Jake a serial killer?
No,
I thought
no,
it was
he's
gay,
not. But when you boil it right down, they're doing it for a positive reason. It's still for some positive reason, whether it's exorcising some kind of demons they have in their past or whatever. It's still, I mean, it might seem really nasty to all of the rest of people. For that person, that act that they're doing serves some sort of positive purpose. They wouldn't be doing it if it was purely negative.
Yes. Finished?
I like what you said there.
All right, Tara Ross. Tara says, "Oh my God, why didn't you guys let Kaz kill the freak? By the way, Jake, do you end up getting it on with Vinegar Tits? And Linda, you should get it on with Mr. Jackson. What do you think?"
Ooh, he's got great
Mr.
bod.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Jackson.
That'd be fun. I think that would be great fun. I think, you know, a bit of cupboard action would be good with Robbie or Will.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
You've certainly got the sass for it. haven't you?
Yes,
Linda.
the
Linda
sass.
Miles has got the sass.
I think
for
Linda's
it.
up for it, really.
She's well up for it.
People are saying Linda is hot spice.
Yeah, she is.
She's hot
She
spice.
is, she is.
I've always wanted to be
And
hot
does
spice.
Jake get it on with Vera? I think he certainly is attracted to her. I think. because it's either her or Linda
Oh, okay. I thought it was Will.
or the freak, and he's certainly not going to go for the freak. That's for sure. I think he certainly has a certain attraction for Vera. I think he likes her vulnerability, as well as her kind of earnestness and her truthfulness. So who knows? I'd like to.
She rocks those pants this season, I must say.
And the clickety-clack shoes.
And she has really high shoes.
She really,
her shoes are higher than mine.
She really clickety-clacks around that prison, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. And hear her coming a mile off.
You try
Watch
running.
out.
She can't sneak up on anyone.
Cat might be listening.
I hope so.
Hope
Cat
she is.
does.
Yeah.
Cat tunes in.
You should try running in those heels, by the way.
Cat.
So hard.
Junior what? Because this is quite prevalent to tonight's episode. Do you both like Monte Carlos?
Love 'em.
Yeah, I don't mind, especially if you separate them and you lick the inside.
Yeah.
Hello.
Jam. Bit of like a marshmallowy kind of thing.
Yeah.
The jam and the
Marshmallow,
cookie.
yeah.
It's kind of good.
Yeah.
My personal favourite is the Scotch finger.
Oh, I find them a bit boring, actually.
I like with chocolate on the back.
Yeah.
The Scotch finger with chocolate.
That's very exotic of you, Kelly.
Mm.
Wow.
You don't
get
normally get those in
prison.
prison. I didn't
No.
know, but sometimes if you're good,
Right, have you been good?
I had a wagon wheel today.
most of the time.
Oh, good.
I had a wagon wheel today.
Oh, wagon wheel.
Okay.
Eat the wagon wheel.
It's the
Remember
wagon
that?
wheel. It's
Eat the wagon wheel. Sorry.
Thanks to all of our international viewers.
Yeah.
You have no idea what we just said.
Marie Wendell.
Hi, Marie.
Hi,
would
Marie.
like to know, could you be officers in real life? Lots of love from the UK.
Thank you, and lots of love
Hi,
back to
the
UK.
UK. Yeah.
I think it would be a really hard job. I think just that constant. I mean, I'm sure there are people who do it and love it, but I just think rocking up to work every day in a prison, I think would be really hard, and I think some of the things you would see would be quite difficult. And just that whole fearing for your life every so often, I think, oh no, just put me in a typing pool or something. I think that would be.
I think I could do it. I think I have the right temperament for it. Because, I like to think of myself as having a fairly cool head. And I think that's what you need in a prison. So I think I would quite enjoy the job. in real life.
Bernie, people are spying your belly button. They're perving on you.
Ah!
You need to fix it.
Goodness, man.
Unless you want to show them your belly
He's got
button.
his belly button out.
was,
he's
He
showing
had
fully
his
his
butt
intentional.
out.
bottom.
He had his butt out, and now he's getting his belly button out.
Ah.
Oh, now people want you to bring it back.
Bring back the belly button. This is live thing's weird, isn't it?
It's like, oh god.
Okay, Rachel Louise would like to know, is Maxie going to be okay?
I hope so. I like Maxie. I think we all like Maxie.
Yeah.
Prisoners, guards, I think everyone likes Maxine.
Mhm.
So I really, really hope Maxine's going to be okay.
I think she will. I think Maxine will be okay. In the short term anyway, because I think she has resigned herself to now having a double mastectomy and making sure that they can't try and attack the cancer in the best way possible. And, I think that's the right thing to do, as Boom said, you can always get another set of titties.
That's
You can
right.
have some of mine.
Bigger and better.
Love Boomer. Bernie, let's address this because lots of people are asking the same question.
Oh, God.
Okay, so I'm just wordsmithing because lots of people are asking the same one. They want to know either are you the freak's son, are you related, or are you in cahoots with the freak?
Yeah, okay. No. On all three accounts, the answer is no. I'm not the freak's son. I don't think she has any kids at all.
Who knows? Maybe you are.
Oh, who knows? That's right. I mean, maybe down the track. As far as I know, then I am not either of those things or in cahoots with the freak.
I am.
Yeah,
I'm the
you
freak's
knew that,
daughter.
didn't you? It's a Game of Thrones
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. I am the freak's daughter.
Here's a cool one from Wentworth AU. So they're a fan base. Hi, Bernard and Jackie. What
Hi.
has been your favourite episode to shoot this season?
Mine was definitely episode 3 when the freak got gang raped, which was horrible, but it was just lovely to work with Pamela. And it was just nice to actually get some really good stuff to do. I really, really enjoyed that episode.
Was that the Jamie Oliver line? Yep.
Yes.
Yes, I loved that.
That was a good line.
That was a good line.
That was a great line. I love that.
It's one of those ones where you think you've got to just stay in the moment, underplay.
It was a very throwaway line, but just hit the mark beautifully.
But I just so enjoyed working with Pam and Dan, and I really enjoyed that episode.
The fact that you say that is interesting because it's been such a pleasure, and I mean you've been here since the get-go, right? I've only just come here this season, and so I sort of entered the kind of jumped onto the moving train, as it were, and it has been such a pleasure and such a treat to work with all of these guys, all of the cast, and also the extras as well. And I was saying the extras I think are so fantastically cast in this show, and that have such an integral part of the show. They're not just background actors; they're they're really part of the kind of topography of the prison, and they really contribute and stuff. So it's been great working with those guys because they're awesome. But working with Pamela and working with Kate and some of the people that I've had some close work with is such a treat, and it's a real pleasure. And so my favourite episode, or I guess it was 2 episodes, is episode 11 and 12, which are the final 2 episodes of the season. And though I can't say what happens within those episodes,
but shit happens.
It's big. It is big stuff. I loved every minute of it. I worked with Pamela quite closely. I worked with Kate quite closely, with Robbie quite closely, and a number of other the prisoners in there as well. And it was, I feel as though I got so much out of it as an actor and as a person. It's really. I mean, I've loved Pamela's work for a long time, working here, watching her work on theatre in every single MTC, STC production you could even mention. And, it's a treat to work with her.
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier, and I was mentioning how it's come up in a couple of the Q&As that we've done. And Renee Stewart's just brought it up. Has anyone been injured on set filming the fighting scenes? Because they're quite fierce.
Yes.
We were just
yes,
mentioning that.
there have been injuries. I'm trying to recall.
We'll share your one.
Mine is always shoes. Mine is always those goddamn high heels in the exercise yard, and mine's always ankles and shoes. But I must say, the stunt team are amazing that work on Wentworth. So everything is rehearsed, or most things are rehearsed. But occasionally, even if things are rehearsed, things go wrong. So there have been little injuries along the way. I'm trying to think of anything specific.
That final scene of this episode just screened. Oh, we got people from the UK watching, so
yeah, loads.
Are we able to sort of divulge what happens?
Well, if they're tuning in, then they must be up for spoilers. So let's divulge.
All right. I won't go too far, but there's a bit of a scene in a kitchen where I have to restrain Tammy's character, Kaz, and before we were shooting the scene, she just turned to me and she said, "I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to go crazy in this scene. I'm going to be kicking and scratching, and I'm going to do everything I can to get away from you. So you're going to have to hold on." And I'm like, "Dude, what? There's such a thing as acting here, Tam." But look, I think it really worked because I was, there's always potential for things to go wrong in that situation if someone's really going hard at it.
Mine was sorry, I just remembered. My one was when we were doing in the strip search with Tammy, and she had just got her sentence and was, Kaz was pretty pissed off and was throwing her clothes, and her high-heeled shoe was heading straight for my jugular. And luckily, I grew up with brothers and I caught it. Otherwise, I would have been impaled by a shoe.
This reminds me of a joke.
Oh.
How do you kill a circus?
How do you kill a circus?
You go straight for the jugular.
Hey, let's see what you did there.
I won't say it was a dad joke because I might get slotted.
It is a dad joke.
Yeah,
that's right.
What you say.
Okay.
There you go.
Right.
Nice, Sonny.
Okay, so here's a cool one. This is from Kelsey. Which inmate do you think you get along with most if you were an inmate and not a screw?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Okay, which inmate if I wasn't... I've always thought Frankie. I reckon I could hang with Frankie. Linda could hang with Frankie.
Juicy Lucy for sure.
No, she's bad. Who else? I reckon Liz. Liz would be good to hang with. I reckon she'd,
I think
be
Maxie
good
as
to
well.
drink cups of tea with. And Maxie? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them.
Yeah, Maxie has a certain kind of truth, about it, and you'd be able to just hang with her without any kind of bullshit.
Boomer would be a bit high maintenance, I think. And B has just too much going on. It's just a prison to run. You'd be like, come on, chill out.
Yeah.
Smile. Courtney has a cool question.
Hi, Courtney.
How does it feel when you get feedback from fans of the show? Because the Wentworth fans are probably the most dedicated, loyal, most amazing, engaged fans that there are. So it must be quite surreal at times with the feedback that you get.
It's actually really cool. It's that how you're affecting people, I think is, and for people to have such a passion for an Australian drama that we're all really, really proud of, I think it's brilliant.
One of the things I noticed working last season was that some of the letters and mail that came in to sort of addressed to the whole cast would be sort of put on the main green room table, and a lot of the time it was from people who worked or were part of a prison system.
Oh.
And they were saying it's so true, and it's very real and very and really kind of it actually honours what goes on in a prison, and it doesn't try and dramatise it too much, and it doesn't it's not melodrama, and it's just trying to kind of actually honour what happens in a prison. And I felt quite honoured that given that responsibility that the show does it to its full extent, and that affects those people in that way, and I felt really good about that.
Cool answer.
Oh, thanks.
So there's so many questions coming in, I just don't even know which one to pick. They're coming in fast and furious. Let's ask this one because a lot of people have asked similar ones to this, so let's go this one. This is from Melissa Thompson.
Hi, Melissa.
Melissa, yeah.
What's the funniest thing that's happened to you on set?
Oh my Lord. Funniest thing that's happened on set.
Was there something in a group reel?
I'm trying to think. Because we actually laugh for something that is so heavy and so gritty. We laugh a lot on set. We sing. We do 3-part harmonies quite often. I'm trying to think. What was funny?
I will say one. I obviously being the new guy there, I'm trying to sort of fit in and we're sort of trying to assimilate there, and it was very easy. Everybody was very welcoming and stuff. But towards the end of the season, we had some time. We had some time off. Was a production break, but we had to come into the studio to film some promo stuff. So it was really one of the first times when everybody is in the same green room at the same time, because whenever you're shooting, you might have whoever's in the next few scenes is kind of hanging out there, and some people are at home or on set and everything. So it's kind of like a bit of a revolving door. But this was one time when one person was doing their promo thing, so everybody else was in the green room. And this game of charades, this epic game of charades broke out. Yeah. And there's Pamela Ray going...
Yeah, that was fun.
And she's pulling out some of the most obscure plays of all time, and everyone's trying to guess them and going,
yeah, that was fun.
It was funny. It was really funny. We just were pissing ourselves laughing. It was really hilarious. It was just a great time. I remember looking around and going, wow, this is the whole cast. Almost the whole cast sitting around playing this huge game of charades, and Socks was involved. I mean, everybody was there and everybody was involved. It was hilarious.
Everyone gets on really well, so that means we do laugh a lot, and we enjoy each other's company, which I think is really important.
But
I've had some
you can
things.
see that though too, the camaraderie amongst you all. When you do these type of things, when you're together, when you're apart, you all speak of each other in such high regard.
And it's also a little bit of a release as well, because the content that we're dealing with is often very heavy and quite dark and deep and intense and dramatic. the antithesis of that, or the release of that, is to kind of be a goof on set, you know, and so everybody does, including Pamela, and she's
Pamela
probably
is
the biggest
very
goof
funny.
of all time.
Yeah, she's very funny.
So whenever we get a chance to play a practical joke or to you know, have a laugh on set, and sometimes in the middle of a scene too, you know, there'll be things going on in the middle of scenes. So you sort of have to break that, break the drama and the intensity of it all, and kind of have a laugh. And then what's great about the whole group and the crew as well is that everybody is such professionals that you can break that, have a laugh, have a joke, goof around, and when it's time to get back into it, it is genuinely right. You can switch on, and everybody is right back into the drama, and you know, so it's and that's what you see on screen.
It's very unique. It's
Yeah.
very unique.
Yeah.
Jamie Bell has a cool question.
Hi, Jamie
Hi,
Bell.
Jamie
I'm
Bell.
interested
Loved you
to
in
hear-
what's it called? The one with the kid dancer.
I don't know what he's talking
The
about.
kid
Help
does the
me.
ballet
I don't
dancing.
know either.
Kid who
Billy
does
Elliot.
Billy
Loved you in
Elliot.
Billy Elliot.
Oh, anyway, Jamie has a cool question that I'd like to know the answer to as well. Besides Wentworth, what other shows are you addicted to?
Ooh, well,
GOT.
yeah, I am watching Game of Thrones, but I'm 2 seasons behind, so nobody tell me.
They can't. It's just a phone.
I know, but they might contact me and tell me via my Instagram or something. I go, guess what, Jackie? I'm like, oh no. What other? I'm trying to think.
I'll tell you one show that I am unashamedly addicted to. Survivor.
Oh, I used to be. I got to be.
Favourite show of all
No,
time.
it ran out for
and when
me.
it comes on, me and my wife Sonia watch it religiously, and predominantly it's me sitting there going, I would crush this. And she's like, get out of here.
But you'd be able to show your bottom
have
a lot.
Yeah,
no
we
idea.
see your butt.
We could see your bum.
That's right.
I've just started, I'm so behind the times, I've actually just started watching Orange is the New Black and going, this is great. It's so different to us. So then, just, you
A lot
know,
of
they're
people
both
make
set
that
in prison, but
comparison,
they're
don't they?
very different.
A lot of people make the comparison.
Yeah, but they're very, theirs is more a dramedy and, you know,
Yeah,
ours
yeah.
is obviously
Yeah.
quite...
Another cool question which I'm interested to hear the answer to from, sorry if I say your name wrong, but Alyssa Erin.
Hi,
Hi.
Erin.
Can anyone in the cast sing?
Yes.
Can.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a band.
Give
Yeah.
us, can we
I'm
have,
touring
can we
with
have
the
a song?
Harlettes.
Can we sing the theme song? Do you know the theme song words?
Well,
That was awkward.
don't know me when I don't know you. You don't know me when I don't know you.
And then there's like some other lyrics. I don't know the lyrics.
That's the only words anyone knows.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He used to bring me.
Oh gosh, no, it's just not going to shut up. Go and show your bum.
You see what I did there though?
What, the segue?
With that song, with that next song?
Yeah, he kind of went to Prisoner.
Yeah.
Oh, did it? I don't know. I'm too.
Yeah.
I'm
That was the
obviously-
prisoner. That was the original.
I'm obviously too young to know that.
But Jackie is a very fine singer in her own right as well.
Thank you, Bernie.
Very accomplished voice
I'm an
artist
alto.
as well.
I do a lot of voice stuff.
She's like a
I don't know
bass
why
baritone.
I'm now talking like a drag queen.
You're a woman, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You know what lots of people are asking, and I know this comes up a lot, but I guess he's just so missed. What happened to Fletch? Has he gone to the
Fletch went to the
farm?
farm.
gone
I
to
saw
the farm.
Stewart. Fletch went to the farm. It was all a bit too much after his accident, so he went, you know what?
Blue Mountains.
I'm getting out of prison, and I'm going to the farm, and I'm going to grow some vegetables.
Aaron
lots of
does
people
have
in
a
there.
property up in the Blue Mountains out
He
of
does,
Sydney, and
yeah.
I think he quite enjoys it there. I saw him in LA not so long ago, last year actually. So he was kicking around in LA as well. But that's
No.
not Fletch, obviously.
No.
That's
Yeah,
Aaron.
So many things. Lots of people are now putting their shows that they like to just tell you to watch, so you can watch
Go ahead.
Ray Donovan.
I reckon.
I love Ray Donovan.
I've
How good it
heard
is.
that.
It comes back tonight.
Yeah.
Foxtel.
Yeah,
Do you know
I'll
one of my
take
favourites of all time is Dexter? I don't know.
I love Dexter
I
too.
love
I was sad when it ended, and Breaking
Orphan
Bad.
Black.
Oh, Breaking Bad. Yes.
Orphan Black, another
Yeah.
good one.
Breaking Bad. We got through all of that.
All of these shows are on a great subscription television called Foxtel.
No, I know. Right?
Uh-huh.
What an awesome episode. Everyone's still talking about the episode. Massive cliffhanger. We've already addressed that we don't know if B's dead, so let's just leave that there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Pamela. People love talking about Pamela. because she's so elusive and she's on social media and people can't, she plays such a strong character. So people want to know, what's it like to work with Pamela? What's she like?
Oh, I think she's amazing. I just feel like when you work with Pamela, you learn something every time you walk on set. But she's also relaxed and has a great sense of humour, but she's so professional. I think most of us are just... But she's really funny and she loves wine and she's a great cook. Actually, no, I think her husband's a really good cook. She likes eating, but she cooks a bit. We always talk about food and wine. She's very much a foodie.
Pamela carries with her, into every job she does, this incredible pedigree of Australian theatre, and she literally has done every single play you could even imagine, and not only just done it, she's completely smashed them. And that's what I was saying before. I watched her in plays, and I would just you kind of fall in love with her every time you watch her on stage, because she has such great presence, and that voice of hers, which is deep and resonant, and it's just, she has projection, and it's beautiful. And there's a reason why she hasn't done that much television, that much film kind of work. It's really been a lot of theatre. I mean, she has a real passion for that. And I think that speaks volumes for the fact that she took on this role of Joan Ferguson, because this is a once in a lifetime role, and she's brought it. She's brought something. She's transcended the character. You know what I mean?
It's like the ultimate villain role.
Absolutely.
Yes. But that's what I love working with her. I just love. She'll just do one little thing. You'll see just one little twitch, or just a slight twitch in the lip, or something that gives away, what's behind the psychopath. I'm
The thing is, it can't actually be easy playing a character like Joan Ferguson, because there's not that many redeeming features about her. She
can be very charming,
but she is a psychopath, and that in itself is a tough character to play, because you have no empathy, no remorse, none of that sort of stuff. So it's kind of, you kind of have it lacks a little bit of light and shade. It potentially could lack dimension to it. Anyway. That's right, but she definitely brings light and shade to it, and she is almost the comic relief as well as being that kind of that evil nasty character. I like to laugh at her.
People love to hate her.
Yes, I think that's...
People don't want to see the freak killed off. They hate her, but they need her. And that's such a conviction in her ability to be able to play that role, to make people loathe you and hate you with so much conviction, but at the same time want more and hungry to keep seeing.
because what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
This also comes back to what the question about how to...
Hey, we're back.
Hopefully we're back.
I think.
Yeah? Just let us all know that you can see us, and that it's all good again, and we'll continue on with our questions.
Yeah. She's over that way now.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, okay.
You're back.
Excellent. Right. Give us a question, Cal.
There are none.
Oh, okay. What do you want to know?
Well, you'd be happy to know that my wife actually did post in and say, tell my husband to fix his shirt. His buttons are popping out. So I think I might have worn slightly too small a shirt tonight. Anyway.
It's just because you've been working out to impress Will.
Well, that's right. Oh, look at that. She's still doing it.
Oh, God, you can't take him anywhere.
I need to sit up straight.
Yeah, okay, sit up straight.
Ooh, what about this juicy question from Courtney?
Hi, Courtney.
Is there any romance between cast outside the show?
Oh, actually, my wife.
Your wife will post and my husband will go, what?
Yes.
No.
No, there isn't. No, we're just trying to think.
Hang on, just
there's no.
So people didn't hear our explanation about season 5. So let's address it again.
Okay, we don't know. We hope so. We're crossing
season
our
5,
fingers.
it would be a wonderful thing if we got another season,
because it would mean we're employed and doing what we love doing.
And
with
it
people,
wouldn't surprise me either, because I know it's such a widely watched show. What is it, 94 now, 92?
92 countries.
92 countries. It's seen around the world.
Pretty
So
cool.
it seems like there would be no reason for them not to go ahead, but we still don't know. And we are all waiting. We're all waiting very much with bated breath, and my wife is also waiting.
Yes.
April Munro has a cool question.
April Munro.
Yeah,
That's a cool
sounds
name.
like a celebrity name.
I like
Right,
it.
apes.
That's
April
why
Munro.
it stuck out to me.
April Munro.
What's Nicole like to work with?
Nicole is divine to work with, and she's funny and she's unpredictable. And I remember one day on set we were coming up with names for De Silva, something De Silva. I don't know. She's just really wacky, but she's really professional. Steely De Silva?
Stealing
Stealing
De Silva.
De Silva. Yeah, that's what we were doing. Stealing De Silva. Ask me who I am. No. Yeah, she's fabulous. I love her.
I actually can't answer that question because I have not had any scenes with her.
Mm.
However, I can say that off screen, on around the set and in the green room, she is truly she's lovely. She's a beautiful woman, and it's lovely to know her. And I've
Well, she
actually
came up
respected
with
her work.
Smiles. She came up with the nickname Smiles.
Oh, really?
So Nicole is sort of plays, so it's really fun to work with her. But yeah, because especially in the first series where I mostly opened doors and told people the governor wanted to see them, but I did it really well.
You did it amazing.
But
Can you give us a
Nicole,
line?
I never
Can
smile.
you give us a line?
The governor wants to see you. I can't do it now. Can't do it in this. Yeah, so
She's
she
fun.
started Smiles, the nickname Smiles, and also did Gidget for
Gidget.
Bridget.
Oh, yeah.
So she, that
Gidget.
lovely loose
She
Little
plays.
playing with
Playing
stuff.
around,
Yeah.
Nano got cut off before.
Nano?
Yeah, Nano.
Nano.
Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Nano.
That's Nano. Remember?
Nano? Yeah.
Nano.
It reminds me of
Nano.
Matrix.
No, that was
Mork
Robin
Mindy.
Williams. Mork and Mindy.
That's
Nano.
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 Oh,
Nano,
Nano.
yeah.
Sorry, Nano.
How is the cast prepared to act in a prison environment? Are there professionals in place to train the characters?
That's a really good question.
Train the actors or train the
The
characters?
I think they mean actors.
first series, quite a few of the prisoners, and I think maybe Aaron and Robbie went out to a prison. Dame Phyllis, I can't remember, but they went out to a prison. But also, what was really good, we had some lovely people who had been in prison come and talk to us about their experiences. And from my point of view, we had a guy who had been a guard at female and male prisons, and I learnt a lot from him. Also, just the basics as well. Like you never walk in front of a prisoner because you could be shivved. So you will find that the guards nearly always walk behind the prisoners. And just his attitude toward prisoners, I found quite interesting. It was very much a higher status for him, and they were the crims, and yeah, I learnt a lot from him. And then he became an extra on the set, so I would ask him advice on things. Yeah, it was cool. So he was like a consultant in a way. So that was really, really good. Not the last series we didn't really have anyone, but I think we're all pretty much across it. And I have visited people in prisons before as well, and I sort of a little bit about it. But yeah, it's an interesting world.
And so, Bernie, you did a stint, so you're well across what's happening.
Did a stint?
Oh no.
Of what?
In prison.
Oh, should we not mention that?
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, no,
Oh,
that's-
no.
I forgot.
Hell.
That was the stuff. That was on the notes of things not to
Yeah,
say.
don't X-Men
I
on the
have-
prison.
No, I spent
right?
one night in a lockup.
Right.
It's actually
Yeah,
a rite
it's
of
all
passage
coming
for a
out
young
now.
Australian guy,
Right.
I was in Albury.
Yeah. All
I
right.
did spend one night in the police lockup for,
Dear Mum and Dad, in case you
No,
didn't know.
They know, and they, it's like, well, I didn't get charged for it. I didn't get a criminal record, but
Did you show your bottom in prison?
I did actually because I got strip searched.
Okay, next subject. Katie Roberts.
Hi,
so
Katie.
Okay, so first of all, I don't think you can take anything when you get slotted, but it's a kind of cool question. What 3 items would you take with you if you were slotted?
Tweezers.
Pretending that you can't take anything, but if you can take 3 things.
Okay.
Personally,
Yeah.
Tweezers.
What are you going to do with tweezers?
I
I've
don't
got
know,
a terrible
just
hair
handy.
problem. You should see
There's a
this.
stray hair somewhere. It's like, oh, done. Full beard.
Yeah, full beard.
What else? Bottle of wine, maybe?
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
And mascara. But I take the Kevin Oprah mascara because it comes off with water.
Oh, how about that for a plug?
Oh
You should
yeah,
have free
I thought about
mascara for the rest of your life.
I know, right?
I would take a guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
I hope
like
I'm next
sitting
door
there
to you.
singing away. Yeah, right. My missus.
Oh yeah, I forgot my husband.
There's
And my children.
There's no
And my
conjugal
dog.
visits or anything
Oh,
else
okay,
in there.
right.
You slot it. You're in the slot. You can't take people.
And I'd take a key to the door.
Yeah, see?
Oh,
I
and
just did the whole vanity
and
project.
that lamp, the lamp with the genie.
The genie.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Here's a cool one from, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, I'm so sorry, Maitland Brown.
Hi.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, it's a cool name. Whose gang would you be in and why? So you've got like Bee's gang, you've got the Red Right Hand, you've got like Juicy Lucy, you've got kind of like the Asian girls that do the drug pushing.
I'd have to be in B's gang because I've been there from day one. I'd have to be in B's gang. I think.
Well, let's just say I don't think I would be in the red right hand because I have a penis.
He
But-
said penis.
He said penis.
I think bees as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you'd sort of
Yeah,
say
Queen
that.
Bee.
Yeah.
Queen Bee.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kaz.
Sorry, Kaz.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny.
She's a bit-
Courtney's just said, what are your thoughts on Kaz?
Look, I think from a guard point of view, I think she drives us nuts. Because everything's a challenge with Kaz. Everything that you can't relax around Kaz.
She's always on her like soapbox,
Soapbox.
right?
Always got to, always ready to launch into a speech about right and wrong and oppression or whatever. So I think from a guard's point of view, it'd be like, oh God,
Yeah,
yes,
she-
Kaz.
anytime she kind of walks up with some sort of purpose, there's going to be kind of some trouble going on, and it's like something that you need to sort out.
And you'd never
She never
stand
just
in front
toes
of
the
her.
line. You'd never stand in front of her.
Yeah.
No.
Do you reckon she'd shiv you?
Yeah, I reckon she's quite
Me,
capable
yes.
of it. Yes. Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, here's a cool one. Did Bea have any issues filming the last scene when she becomes unconscious? Because I asked you guys this when we were watching tonight. I said, how hard would that have been for Danielle to play that, like being roofied and not having any control over her body? How did that scene go down from behind the scenes?
I actually wasn't there the day that they filmed that. So were you were there?
I wasn't there. No, I just came in at the end to sort of to try and restrain Kaz and to sort of clean up what this sort of whole chaos that had gone on. No one really knows. None of the guards know what went on, so it's kind of about following this. It's about trying to piece together what happened, what went down. I think Danielle. I think she saw it as a great challenge, certainly because it's something that she, it was obviously a big moment for her, and then trying to act the way that she to lose consciousness, and to try and give that sort of whole thing credit as well, to try and do it in the correct way. I'm not sure what kind of research she did on it.
She would have done. Dan would have done lots of research. She would have been across that, and she always works very well with the directors. So that would have been a collaborative project. So
They want to know, people asking, and I'm asking before our feed dropped out and come in, so I won't name anyone in particular. But they want to know who are your offset besties.
Ah, that's interesting. I hang with seals a lot. We call each other every week. But I have a big house, so everyone would come to my house.
Just pool
quite
party.
often. I have pool parties.
Yeah.
I got a pool.
Yeah.
You're the popular kid with the ball.
Yeah, I always wanted to be that kid. I would have been just happy to have the pool. I didn't care about the house.
Yeah.
But all of them, really. Sharina, I often hang with. Nicole's been to my house. Ali Fowler is a very good friend of mine, but I've known her for long before this.
Shantuzi?
Yes, Shantuzi, Ali Fowler. She played Simo in.
Yeah.
Have people been asking you about Simo?
Yes.
Yes.
Simo's.
If you could bring anyone back, would you bring back Simo?
Well, I just loved having Ali on set, so yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's lots. We have lots of kind of social events and some gatherings
Robbie
and
does a
stuff.
big party every year.
Robbie always does a big barbecue kind of a family day
park.
thing in the park where the crew, all of the crew, all the cast, it's not just a cast thing, it's just the whole set. And everyone's invited and it's a family thing, so bring along your families and it's a big, a bit of a game of touch football and barbecue in the park, which is always, well, I mean, I've only had 1 year, but it was fun.
I went tree surfing with Tammy. We went tree surfing with our
What
kids.
is tree surfing?
Oh, it's so cool. It's in the
Mornington
Mornington Peninsula,
Peninsula,
and
right.
it's all platforms
Cables
throughout
and
trees. So
stuff.
it's amazing. But you're cabled so you don't plummet to the ground and have a horrible death. But you're walking amongst the trees.
And then
Everyone
there's
wants to come
sort
to
of
your
zip
pool
line and
parties.
stuff.
Yeah, come to my pool party.
Yeah, everyone come to the pool party.
Yeah,
We've got room for 610,000,
come
right?
on.
Yeah, we do. We do. Will I say your address online?
Yeah,
Yes.
totes. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That'd be great.
51.
Sorry, Ian.
People want to bring wine to your pool party.
Great.
They'll even make wine.
Great. I've got a blow-up duck that floats around. A comedy duck called Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Kelvin the comedy duck.
Kelvin the comedy duck.
Yeah.
Everyone's
And Robbie floats around the pool and you can ride him as well.
You can write. What happens at these parties?
I don't know. I must have been asleep.
So here's a cool one.
Yeah.
Do you usually change out of the guard uniform and leaving set? Have you ever had to leave set in your uniform?
No, I've never had to leave set in my uniform.
No.
I'd get in big trouble from the wardrobe department.
Yeah.
But I must say, I'm wearing the same pants that I've worn since season 1.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
Four seasons of
Yes.
the same pants?
Yes.
No holes?
They bought me another pair, but I like that pair.
Oh,
What is it with you? That is the second time it's done that.
I'm sorry about that.
Things
Cheers,
in your
everybody.
face.
I think I did that deliberately.
Let's call my agent. This is dangerous.
I know.
Working with
Here's a
Stewart
cool
currently.
one from Karen Hobbs.
Hi, Karen.
How does the cast cope with the growing international fame?
Great. I think
I don't think it changes anything.
it doesn't change anything because I think it changes us from a social media point of view that we know our Instagram accounts, we reach out and they reach back to us, which has been fantastic. But at the end of the day, we go to work and we make good television and we go home. But it means a lot. It means a hell of a lot for this drama to reach so many countries, I think is. And when we first started making this, we had no idea it would be the juggernaut that it is become.
Time has got ahead of us, so we've been nearly talking for an hour.
What?
Really?
Nearly, yeah. So I'm going to call last two questions.
Yeah.
Last two.
That,
give
that
us
way,
some
Kelly, not
good
that
uns.
way.
Oh, sorry.
That's rude.
Give us some good uns through here.
Okay.
Du-du-du-du. Come on, guys. Hit us with your good questions. Ooh, I like this one.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Paul Michael, will we ever explore Miss Miles's backstory? Because you've been here from season 1 and we don't know.
I'd love to see
I
that.
would love to see that too.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love to see that. Because
Pole dancing.
yeah, I would really love that, and I really hope so. But that's not up to me, and it all depends on where we go. But I hope so.
Okay, so quick last one. Christina's got a cool way to... I think Christina Cosma.
Hi,
Christina
Thought
Cosma.
has just script written the best way to end this chat. She wants you to send us out with a song.
So, give me any. What do we know?
So it has to be something that we both know.
Yeah.
Right.
If I only had a brain.
I don't know all of the lyrics to that one.
Okay. I do. I don't know why. You do.
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean on me. Oh, what is it? What is it?
Just call on.
That's what I was going.
We all need somebody to lean on.
I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on.
Yay. Thank you for all
Thank
your
you,
questions.
everybody. We love you.
It's been great. Bye. Keep watching.